What's up, my friend? Abby here, and welcome back to Writer's Life Wednesdays. Today we're talking about time. More specifically, the lack of it. When you're a writer or a creative in anything, it often feels like time is the one thing we never have. After we finish all our other obligations for the day, whether it's work, school, and other random adult responsibilities, by the time we're done with everything, we often feel like so tired and drained, all we want to do is just go to sleep or watch Netflix and fall asleep on the couch. This is a problem that a lot of writers face, feeling like all your time and energy is used up on other things and you never have the time and energy left for the one thing that you really love: writing. If this is you, you're definitely not alone, and that's why today's video is going to be my brutally honest advice on how to get a hold of your schedule and your time and make time for what you love the most. Okay, tip number one is prioritize and execute. Like seriously, if your novel is your priority, you can make time for it, even if you have a full-time job. Making time for something is always about prioritizing this thing over other things. I made a video about this a long time ago, but I hate it when people say things like, oh, I wish I could do that, but I'm too busy, or I wish I had time to do that, but I don't have time to do that anymore. Not true. It's not that you're too busy for a thing. It's that you choose to do other things instead. Now, I realize that some of those other things are important, like working a job so that you can continue to feed and house yourself, okay? That's a priority. That should be a priority. But seriously, be brutally honest with yourself. How important is your writing to you? If it's really important to you, you can and will make it a priority. You can and will make time for it. And sometimes that means saying no to something else so that you can say yes to this thing that you want to make time for. And you don't have to say no to it forever. It can just be for this season of your life when you're trying to write this book or publish it or whatever you're doing. Think about it like a season. People who make writing a book a priority in a certain season of their life get that book written, and people who don't make writing a priority end up working on their writing or their book or their project forever because they never really treated writing with the importance that it had to them, and that is just heartbreaking. Sometimes you have to say no to people too, people that you love and respect, and you have to be okay with that. You have to explain to them why writing is so important to you, and if they don't understand, you have to be okay with that too. Treat your writing time as important and sacred, because if you think about it, you're the only one who's ever gonna treat it that way. Sadly. It is your art, so treat it like that. Tip number two, you've heard me talk about it before a lot: calendar block. Seriously, just do it, please. It will change your life. If you ever feel like you have literally no time left, no spare 10 minutes in your entire day, every day of your life, try calendar blocking, and about 5 minutes into it, you will see something incredible. You actually have way more time than you thought you had. If you have no clue what calendar blocking even is, and you're like, what the heck is this girl even talking about? It's basically the concept of taking a day and breaking it into chunks, into slots of time, if you will, and making blocks of time that are your tasks. You factor in how much time it really takes you to do all the things you do every day: eating, sleeping, going to work, getting ready, driving to your workplace, all of that, whatever it is you do all day, you block all those time slots into your daily calendar. The beautiful part is when you finish blocking in all your obligations and then you realize there's some white space left over. Guess what? That's your writing time. It's like magic. If you want to try out calendar blocking, check out this post that I recently wrote on my blog. It's very eloquent, if I do say so myself, and it kind of just walks you through the process of calendar blocking a week for the first time in your life. Check it out. The link is in the description below this video. Tip number three, optimize your writing time. What do I mean by that? Basically, get to know yourself as a creative. If you start calendar blocking or just scheduling in time to write, or looking at your life and finding these empty spots of time where you could write, if you don't optimize that, you could end up having a really bad experience. For example, let's say you find some time, an empty time slot at the end of your workday. You might love that. You might love jumping into your novel to kind of wash off the day thus far, or you might feel totally drained and not creative at all when you finish for the day and you just want to rest, you just want to relax, you're tired. If that's the case, try getting up earlier in the morning and taking your first hour to write your novel. Chances are you spend the last hour of your day doing something unproductive anyway, like watching Netflix. Don't get me wrong, I do think it is super important to take that chill time when you need it. It can help to refill your cup and therefore be construed as productive. Ha! But take chill time in moderation, okay? It's not so much about working harder, it's about working smarter. So be smart about how you structure your day and where you make time for writing. Understand yourself as a creative and optimize your time so that it best suits you. There's no one size fits all method for this, okay? Yes, anybody can find time to prioritize the things that are important to them, but only you can understand yourself as a creative and know what practices are gonna work best for you. So there it is, my best advice for finding time to write when you feel like you have no time to write. Prioritize and execute, calendar block, and optimize your writing time. You can do this. I know you can. Writing is important to you, so make time for it. Smash that like button if you liked this video, and be sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, because I post writing videos every single Wednesday, and I would love to have you here in the community. Until next week, my friend, rock on.
Stop forsaking everything.